There is the misguided notion and concept that talent is more important when it comes to this industry than education, than coming to learn something about it. How do you respond to that?
As you say, it's misguided because talent needs to be guided. Talent needs to be disciplined. Talent needs to have direction. And talent needs to be given a way in which it operates. Okay, because you cannot just be talented and do things your way without knowing what others are doing. You know, training enables you to know what has been done, what is being done, and what can be done. Okay, so without training, you can't know some of these things. You can't know, for example, directing skills. Peter Brook, as a director, how did he do his directing, and therefore, how can I slot myself in or break the rules that he established to come up with my own directing style? You can't. You need to know how it was done. Well, there are people who say, I go to YouTube. I go to YouTube and learn from YouTube, or I go to internet and learn from internet. But what they don't know is that when you are in the classroom setting, there is so much that comes into perspective that you can't get when you are alone. There are so many students in that class who are doing different researches. The lecturer who has been doing research in, year out, and guiding all these perspectives that come into class. A group work always is better than an individual work, and the class gives you that kind of like-minded group. Yeah. And
you get to learn the probably mistakes that others have made.
Yes, and correct them. Because for learning, you don't have to do all the mistakes to learn. You can learn from what the mistakes others have learned. Yeah.
So you don't have to go through the hassles of learning through mistakes.
Yes.
Then there is acting within this, which is a talent on its own. You either have it or you do not have it. But you mentioned that there are different types of acting, and that education will make one identify.
Exactly. Acting, the problem again with Kenya is that people equate performing arts to acting.
True, even I do that.
Acting is just a component of performing arts. Acting is just a component of performing arts. There are so many other components, including, as I said, costume and makeup, including directing, which is far much more important than acting, because a director is like an overall. There is marketing, there is management. You know, sometimes when students come into the department, you realize they start taking their specializations slowly by slowly. Although we take them through all this, but with time you just realize that this student is eventually she wants to be a makeup artist,
and not an actor.
Yes. Yeah. Although she will still go through the motions of acting, directing, you know, location scouting and all that, screenwriting, because it's good to know a bit of everything, so that when you are a director, you are telling the actor or actress to make a certain movement. You must know that. Yes, that movement is directed. It is motivated. Yeah, you need to know such basics. You basically have to be a graduate from acting into leveling into directing. Not necessarily. You can direct without acting, but you need to know something about acting. Okay. You need to know something about costume and makeup, so that when the makeup artist comes and tells you, he or she has made the artist, the actor in a different way, you say, well, this is good, but not for this. Yeah, this scene is what I want.
So after talking to Dr. Emmanuel Shikuku, who is the chairman, Theatre Arts and Film Technology Department, we're now joined by two creative talents associated with the department. One of them is a talent who is actually a student or an alumni of the department, while the other one is just a talent who did not pursue the course itself within the university. He actually pursued something different, but still is a talent. Gentlemen, karibuni sana.
Thank you.
How did you end up choosing the course you chose, Creative Arts?
So after that 1 year that I got to discover what I wanted to do, I insisted to my parents that I want to do theater and film. And KU was the only place that was offering at that moment. Before now, all these other campuses have come up teaching the same thing. So I insisted that I wanted to do that, and they understood that it's something that I'm passionate about, and they allowed me to come and pursue it in Kenyatta University.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fungututi, I'm going to ask you the same question.
Yeah.
When did you realize that this was a real talent, and how comes you didn't pick it as a course to study?
You know, when I joined high school, I was really interested into joining drama because, you know, I felt that I'm a good actor. Then I joined the drama club. Then all along, given roles here and there, and I was able to deliver. And we used to have the inter-house drama festivals that really gave me the opportunity to learn how to act and also perfect in it. But again, after high school, I was invited to KU to do education arts in history and religion. So when I joined KU, you know, there were 2 theater groups in KU, Triple E Theater Group and Kenyatta University Traveling Theater. KUTT was a bigger group, it had experience and time. So they were like the monopoly of theater and performing arts in KU. But I was able to join Triple E. So in Triple E, I started acting small roles like skits in plays. Yeah, but comedy was not into what I was doing. Yeah, comedy came later on. And I always say that I forced myself into comedy. And that is why sometimes I believe that, not that I'm not funny, I always believe that it's not a must for you to be born a comedian for you to be a comedian.
To actually deliver.
Yeah,
okay.
You can learn to be a comedian.
For those who are purely motivated by monetary rewards, is there money in the industry?
There is money in the industry, but to some extent that shouldn't be your only focus. You should focus more on becoming better, because once you become better as an artist, you're able to now get the monetary rewards that you've been looking for, if that's what you've been looking for.
Comparing yourself who studied creative arts as a course and also had the talent, what is it that you have that the others who are pure talents do not have? Me.
It is the information and the knowledge and the people that you get to meet when you're doing this. Because I can say half of what goes into making a good career is networking. It's knowing people who are going to put you in that position to be able to, you know, benefit and grow as an artist. So I think for me as someone who studied this, I found that I encounter these people on a daily, okay, not on a daily basis, but you can find them in projects. You find them in different projects, and it's a good thing when you already have a history with this person, because it helps you grow as an artist and you're able to find middle ground and work on projects together. So I'd say for someone who studied in school, it's really helped me because it gave me more than I had. It allowed me to say that, you know, I am an artist, to be able to, because you never have that. You don't have that pride when you start. You're not sure who you are. But then when you go through the course, you realize yourself and you find yourself. So that really helped.
How about preference? Does the industry prefer raw talent, or is it warming up to the idea that now we have talents who went to school to study this?
I don't think the industry really cares to some extent, because it only takes the person who delivers. You know, so if you've been to school, if you've not been to school, no one would really care.
That's up to you.
Yeah, it's up to you. It's you and your history, but for now you have to deliver. So I think the industry goes for the person that does the work, the person that does the job.
So on that note, speaking to Fungututi, who
Yes.
I know education is not feeding, how is the industry for you?
The industry is tough. It's tough. I've never been a teacher. I only taught when I was in my teaching practice. Yeah, so for 3 months, but it gave me an experience.
Returns?
Returns. The returns, they're good. Money's there in the industry. It's only you to do what you do and do it best, so that you can attract many people who will promote you, who will invite you for events, give you endorsements, and things like that. Yeah, the industry is good. You only need to up your game, be good at what you do.
For as long as you're a talent, you're going to find a way.
Yeah, you will find a way.
Do you still think you're going to need education as a backup?
I'm not so sure about that because you never know. You know, art. Something about art is very funny, according to me. You might be so good. It goes with timelines. There is a time for you, and when it is your time, use it maximally. Make money out of it maximally, fully, because time will come when other people who will be good more than you, they will come in. They will entice people more than you. People will see you not so good as compared to them, and then you fade out. Yeah.
Your time comes and
Yes,
it goes. Like
yes.
what's happening to Kanye West? You guys know what's happening to Kanye right now?
Kanye West.
No, William, what's happening to Kanye? The guy is snapping out of the system.
No, Kanye is fine. People just misunderstand him. And I feel like if I was Kanye's friend, I'd be like, yeah, guys, don't worry about
But
Kanye.
he's ranting,
doing
like
great.
he's ranting, saying he's dead and all that. I mean,
He's not dead. Kanye is fine. He's very expressive. He's an artist, so he's very expressive. He says what is in his mind, and people are not used to that.
I wish you guys could actually. I wish there's a way we could play that video so you guys can take a look. But
That video. Beyonce, I was hurt. Because I heard that you said you wouldn't perform unless you won Video of the Year over me and over Hot Mom Bling. In my opinion, now don't go trying to diss Beyonce. She is great. Taylor Swift is great. We are all great people. We are all equal. But sometimes we be playing the pop